Hi and welcome back to another video. So if you've seen the thumbnail, you'll probably know exactly what this is. So let's open it and take a look. So we have a Game Boy. I bought this faulty, I think it was around £35. According to the listing, it's got lines on the screen and the lens is very damaged on it, as you can see. Now that might clean up, but I've actually got a replacement here for that. So let's put batteries in it and we'll see what the situation is with it. It's quite clean inside, so that's always a good sign there's no corrosion there. So as you can see, we've got lines going down the screen there. I'll try it with a game in. Good old Tetris. Yeah, as we can see, it's still got the lines going down the screen there. So what we'll do, I've got a good idea how to fix that. At least we know the sound's working there. So what we'll do is we'll dismantle it, give it a nice clean, and fix the screen and put a new lens on this. So first of all, we'll take the screws out. So in order to take the screws out of this Game Boy, I'll show you in the camera. Not sure if they'll show the actual heads on them will show it well. They're called tri-wing screws and you need a certain screwdriver to get them out. Usually you'll find them in a lot of screwdriver kit, those multi kind of screwdriver kits, or even iFixit kits should have them. If not, you can pick up one of these, they're only a few pounds, and access the console from that. So let's take them out. There's also two screws inside the battery compartment here. So set these aside here. Now we need to be careful while we're doing this, as the screen's joined on with a little ribbon cable here. So what we'll do is we'll gently just pull this out. There we are. Don't need to force it, it just comes out quite easily. So now we've got it in two parts. So what I'm going to do before we go ahead and do anything else here, I'd like to give a special shout out to our kind sponsors, PCBWay, for sponsoring this video. So let's head over and take a look at them. Thanks to PCBWay for sponsoring this video. PCBWay is your one-stop shop for all your electronic project needs. They have a vast range of products including Flex PCB and Rigid Flex PCBs. At the moment they're running a special price on these. They also do CNC machining and 3D printing. They offer a superb customer experience with great pricing and super fast delivery. Please also check out the shared projects community. Over there there's hundreds of interesting projects and you can even upload your own. Don't forget, if you're new to PCBWay, there's a $5 sign up bonus for you on your first order. Okay, now we're back. What we're going to do is remove the screws here and take this board out, and that gives us access to the screen. As you can see, there's several screws round about here, so we'll remove them. These screws aren't actually tri-wing screws, they're normal screws. Oh, I forgot to look at that. There's actually tri-wing screws in here, so I should have just used them in the first place. If anybody's looking for a screwdriver kit, this is fairly inexpensive and it's very handy to have. It's got a couple of accessories with it as well. I'll put the link in the description below for this. So there we are with the board screws out. This board should just lift out quite easily now. There's no need to force it, it should just pop out. There we are. It just lifts off like so. So the part we want to concentrate on is under here, is like where the screen connects to the board. There's a little bit of black tape along that, so what we're going to do is remove that very gently so we can reapply it once we're done here, and it gives us access to underneath. So what I'm going to use here is a blade and just gently lift this bit of tape up here. If you lift up enough of it, you can actually eventually grab it with your fingers and just gently pull it off. Like so. And that just peels like so. What I need to do, watch, is it does leave a little bit of residue. We also need to get rid of that. Sometimes if you're lucky it'll come off in the one shot, other times it does leave this kind of papery, sticky residue, which we do need to take off. Again, just the same idea with that, just lift a bit up and then pull it along. Like so. There we are. So that leaves this little bit here exposed. So what I want to do now is put this back into the main case here, and we're going to turn it on and see the lines again. So there we are, we can now see the lines again. So what I'm going to do is heat up a soldering iron, and as you can see, if I touch these parts here, you will see the lines coming and going. So what we're going to do is heat up the soldering iron and get some good contact again here. I'm going to heat it to around 300. I don't want to go too much with it. So now we've got half decent heat with the soldering iron. I'll go over this, just gently running up and down this little bit here. It would have been a good idea to make sure any solder was off at first. So what we're doing is just running up and down this little bit. Don't want to stay in the one part for too long. Hopefully you should see the line starting to come back again. Again, just taking our time, just going to keeping it moving, keeping the soldering iron moving. See a lot of them starting to come back on this side now. The main thing to be is kind of patient with it. You'll see some lines starting to reappear again. That's fine. We can go back over them again. As you can see, it's certainly looking a lot better than what it was at the start. Still not all the way, but we'll get there. I'm just going to let that area cool down a little bit. I don't want to put too much heat to it. Sometimes you've got the danger of damaging the screen if you put too much heat to it. So I'm just going to let that cool a little bit and then go back to it. So as you can see, some of the lines on this side have settled down. So again, we'll just keep going over that until they disappear. What I've done is I've put a flatter tip on the soldering iron. I should have probably done that at the start, so just giving this a little clean here with some alcohol wipes just to get rid of any solder that's come off the soldering iron. Now unfortunately I think this screen's actually damaged. There's two lines here that don't seem to vanish at all, and you can see the heat's actually starting to get to the screen a little bit down here. When I did take the little bit of tape off here, I did notice this here. It looks like dye, it's leaked from the screen. These lines here are not coming back no matter how much I try. So I think this part of the screen's actually died, unfortunately. At the moment there's nothing really else I can do further with this. What I will do though, it's not all lost. I will get a new upgraded screen for this and come back in another video and do that. I think this screen's just done, unfortunately, so you've seen the difference it made round the sides here while trying to repair it. Now that should have happened there and it never. And you can see that's where the damage is there. So I think the screen is unfortunately beyond repair. If anybody else has ever experienced that, please let me know and let me know what you've done. But personally what I'm going to do is going to get an upgraded screen, one of higher quality, and I'll install that. So I will get another video out of it. Unfortunately, as it stands, I can't repair it just now, so what to do is I'll order it. What I'm going to do is I'll order the part up and I'll come back in a little while with another video. But unfortunately for today, can't take this one any further. But thanks for watching, guys, and if you like to see more videos of repair nature, please like and subscribe. Thank you, bye bye.